Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today, today's video is today is the 5th of June, 2022. Um, the title of this video is the Peninsula of Arabia before, during, and after Islam. As I read the news this morning on BBC Arabic, similar to that was about two months ago, there was a Nigerian girl whom she was a good student, and she was approached by a Muslim man who wanted to marry her, but she didn't want to marry him. Maybe because she's studying, maybe because she didn't like him, maybe because of his religion. It doesn't matter why. She didn't want to marry him. However, she was killed and she was burned. The same thing this morning. A man accused of whatever, saying bad things about Islam or the Prophet of Islam, the founder of Islam. It doesn't matter. The fact is, he was killed and burned. So that, well, I was working on something else, but actually that fits also in it. There are people from Israel who are going to Saudi Arabia now, Israelis going to establish business with Saudi Arabia, and they are welcomed and so on and so forth. And I'm sure there are many Saudi businessmen who are going also to Israel, probably to sell oil, probably to whatever. So that shows me, or rather, we won't speak about what was the relationship between the people of Arabia before, during, and after Islam, and what happened. So, before the coming of Islam, the Arabian Peninsula was open to everyone. It was, if you ever been to New York City, it was like New York City today. People coming from the east and west, north and south, meeting there to exchange their goods. All the big merchants came from different countries. They met there and they exchanged their goods. If you are coming from the Far East, let's say, and you have silk, then you exchange it, let's say, for jewelry in Arabia, or so whatever merchandise you need back home, and they make their money this way. So everybody there had his own religion or her own religion. There were many women merchants, even Arabian women. For example, the wife of the founder of Islam, his first wife, was one of the biggest merchant in Arabia. She was a very, very wealthy woman. So that was the case in Arabia. Everybody's living in peace. There were Jewish people living permanently there. There were Christian, and there were other religions also living, doing business in this area. And some people come annually or semi-annually, and they are doing business. But the Jews, because of the close proximity to their homeland, Israel, they were living there. They were living there. And everybody's happy, everybody's working, everybody's making a living. No problem. You want to be, there was the black building that we see now in Mecca, that the Muslim go soon. It will be the time they go around that. People were doing that before Islam, by the way. And they were not called Muslim. There was no Muslim back then. That was one of the statues or the idols in this area, and there were 360 different idols, and you choose the one you like, and that's your god, and you go in circle around your god, and you do whatever ritual you do, and then you go home and sleep. That's it, or whatever you want to drink or eat, whatever you want to do. And everybody was living in peace. Everyone is doing his own thing. Nobody's bothering you or coming to you by force, say, oh, no, 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 my god is better than your god, or my idol is better than your idol, my statue is better than your statue, therefore you must accept it, or I kill you. There was nothing like that. So that was life before Islam. People like today, we live in relative peace. Of course, we cannot say we're 100% in peace, but we were in relative peace. And Arabia back then was in relative peace. Nobody is looting other person's money. Nobody is attacking to take somebody else's wife or daughter to get her to be a sex slave or whatever. That nonsense did not exist back then. And for 1400 years, I like the word is used in BBC Arabic. A word, it means like loud mob or loud gang of people killed. The same thing I'm using, but I'm using different word. I call them the Muslim Brotherhood, because now the Muslim Brotherhood officially are a terrorist organization. So you can use that, and nobody will tell you, oh, you are prejudiced, you are this, you are that. Okay, we can get away with BBC Arabic goes with the loud mob, and I get away with the Muslim Brotherhood. Okay, as if these Muslim Brotherhood, they studied Hinduism or Buddhism, and they became Buddhist Brotherhood. No, but to go around the obstacle so that they don't take the video, put the video down. Okay, so one guy said this person insulted the Prophet. And it's very easy to get someone killed, and you don't have to get your hand dirty. Just accuse him of insulting the Prophet, or tell him you left Islam, and the people will come and kill that person for you. I give you an example, very good example from history. In the beginning of Islam, there was one fighter, commander in the Muslim army. His name was Khalid bin Walid. This man liked a wife of another man. Of course, they don't give the story like that. You have to dig. And he accused him that he actually left Islam. He left Islam. So he killed him. He chopped his head off, and he took his wife. And when he was asked, why did you kill him? Oh, he left Islam. So I killed him. And now his belonging, including his wife, including his daughters, if he had daughters, are mine. His son is my slave. His wife is my sex slave. Okay? So you can Google it. Khalid ibn Walid murdering Malik bin Nuwayra. Well, that's in history, and it's written. Of course, there are many different stories, because it's very shameful to actually put this as is. So they kind of like make it a little bit mild, or it doesn't fly. I mean, any 7, 8 years old will actually tell you, I think this what happened. Okay? So In that past 1400 years, humanity saw a lot from this ideology. So much pain, so much suffering, so much abuse. To accuse a young lady who is going to college that she insulted your prophet so that she can get killed and burned because you couldn't have her as a wife. She stood up and she said no. And the same thing, I didn't see the conversation with this man and the other man who accused him that he insulted Islam or the Prophet. I didn't hear the conversation, but I can tell you exactly one of two. It's either he was trying to blackmail him to take his money and the man said no, or he was trying to take either his daughter or his wife for sex and the man said no. And it is very easy to get him killed. He insulted the Prophet. Let's kill him now. I don't have to kill you because I have to keep my hands clean. But I will use the method that it was used before, like Khalid ibn al-Walid, who killed Malik bin Waira, accused him of blasphemy. Back then he was head of... he didn't kill himself. He actually ordered one of his general to chop his head off. He doesn't have to do the dirty work. Right? The 600 to 900 Jews from the tribe of Bani Qurayza, when they were killed, the Prophet didn't kill them. He gave a command, slaughter them. Sorry, it is in the books. I'm not telling you something that it is not there. Google it. So that was during the 1400 years. Okay, now the hope is of today. And the email I got, actually, I tried to get what's happening in the Middle East from BBC Arabic, but unfortunately the BBC Arabic did not comment on that subject. I don't know, to keep things down, not to irritate certain group of people, to get them agitated and angry. I don't know. But anyway, I had to dig to find about this subject. I got an email about it and I was doing the preparation, and only this morning, just before I started the video, I opened the news and a man is killed and burned. The same thing like this young lady in Nigeria, and both of them from Nigeria. Okay, and they don't call them as they are. They call them loud mob, and I'm calling them the Muslim Brotherhood. You figure out who this is. Okay, now the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, as well as United Arab of Emirates, and the rest, Qatar and the rest of the peninsula, they all came to the understanding, especially the top leaders, that this nonsense cannot continue forever. We have to go back to who we were. An open market, an open region for merchants, for business, for tourism to come back to our area, because oil and the life of oil, everybody knows it now. In case you didn't notice, the price of oil is going way up, and the intention is at the end to use electric cars, to switch from being dependent on oil to be self-sufficient, because you can actually have like nuclear energy, you can have solar energy, wind energy, and so on and so forth, and switch from being dependent on oil. All the oil producing countries know that very well. So what they are doing now, especially in the Arabian Peninsula, they are opening their region, like United Arab of Emirates became like a tourist destination. And now the current Prince of Saudi Arabia is building a whole new city it's the size of Kuwait. And that will it will be like a theme park, and it will be like out of this world in a way. And he is using the money from the oil to build this. Why? After the oil is dried up, no more demand on oil, people can come for tourism in this region. And he can make money from that. And the people who are coming to do Hajj or do Islamic ritual, which is coming pretty soon, they can also come and we do business from this and from that. Make money as it was before. Make business. Keep it open. And therefore, I can predict this pretty soon will happen. Maybe in Nigeria, maybe in some African countries, people are doing that to minority. But remember, I'm not advocating. Anyway, there are Islamic Muslim minorities, so be careful. Be careful. Okay? Because people have certain level of patience. You do that with people at certain point, it will come to bite you. So now, uh, I predict that pretty soon, not just in United, because already this is found in United Arab of Emirates, that people have other uh, building temples, worship temples, like if you're a Buddhist, Hindu, whatever your religion is, you can build your own place of worship there. And despite that, the founder of Islam on his deathbed, he said there shouldn't be any other religion in Arabia other than Islam. So people are diverting from that teaching already in the heart where it started. And you know that the city that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia is building, that new city from scratch, putting all infrastructure, everything from scratch, it will have other religion and other religious buildings and other religious symbols, and people from all kind of different countries will come. And if, let's say, Sunday for the Christians, Saturday for the Jews, and so on and so forth, they will go and worship there. You want to pray your prayer, the Islamic prayer, it's free as it was before Islam. So the top leaders are ignoring that it's only Arabia is only for one religion. This is nonsense. Forget it. It will not happen again. It's all done. It's over. That might be like shocking to many Muslim, but because the Muslim actually they hear all the time that Islam is growing, Islam is growing, Islam is growing. They are fooling you. They are fooling you. Here in America and in many Western countries, the Imams, you can Google it, the Muslim Imams say it's an avalanche. People leaving Islam is like an avalanche. One guy, he said 24% of young Muslim youth, 24% declare out loud, we don't believe in this nonsense. They call it nonsense. Okay, 24%. So they just want you to believe that it is growing. It is not. I think as the party is over, this party is over. Look for something different. We appreciate your attention. We thank you. We hope to hear from you.